First, the top news headlines. Mother-son duo nabbed for drug smuggling in Manipur. India's overall COVID caseload now reaches 15.3 million. Imphal West PRI Gerao's Imphal West DC office in protest. Good afternoon and welcome to Times of Manipur Television News Today at 1 p.m. As a responsible citizen, it is our duty to minimize the spread of coronavirus as much as possible. Wash your hands frequently with soap for at least 20 seconds. Using an alcohol-based sanitizer also helps keep the virus at bay. Avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth. Avoid stepping out unless absolutely necessary. Always wear a mask before stepping out and even in your own home in the presence of outsiders, as masks have been proven effective in containing the virus. Maintain a social distance of at least 2 meters in public places. This is Loving Rimai giving you the latest news update. Narcotics cell Imphal East arrested a mother-son duo from Ketrigao Makalikai, Yumkaibam Layrak for possessing heroin and WY tablets worth ₹4 lakh in the international market. The police identified them as elected member of Ward number 4/32, Ketrigao Part 2 Gram Panchayat, Buyamayum Toibi Bangum, aged 45 years, wife of late Buyamayum Abu Khan, and her son Buyamayum Abdul Hanal, also known as Anand, aged 23 years. In this regard, Imphal East Police held a press conference today at the SP Conference Hall. Superintendent of Police Jogesh Chandra Haubijam said a combined team of Narcotics Cell Imphal East Commando, Women Police Station and volunteers of YADA Ketrigao, led by Additional Superintendent of Police Operations Ronnie Mayengbam, conducted search operation at Ketrigao Yumkaibam area after receiving solid information about illegal drug trafficking in the area using minors. During the operation, the team recovered heroin and 403 WY tablets from the possession of Buyamayum Toibi Begum. The mother-son duo was later presented before the concerned executive magistrate and later handed over to Porumpat Police Station, SP Jogesh Chandra informed.
Legal formalities of China and search the woman of the police station, district magistrate, deputy executive magistrate, legal formalities of China, the way of actions in Makatana, Ketigo, Makalakai, Yukaiba media, the Muslim, Aduga, Manundo, you're listening as a Makatana investigation.
Youth Athletic Development Association YADA Ketrigao General Secretary Aribam Aziz Khan condemned the involvement of People's Representative in drug trafficking. The YADA leader asserted that drug smugglers are the greatest enemy of the society.
What member ni? What member amana? Sigumba business tau by the say Myanmar the Yamna Ikai Masakam what member Ketrigao, what member Anishuramani, Siga Paris, what member Anishuram, what member Amana heroine number 4 business tau by the say Masigum say Matunga Amugana talk and I get Praza Kudimak Nakiantaminasi. Lonia the business tau say Punama Lepaga, Anova Ketrigao, and number one of that.
The number of active cases in India yesterday crossed the 2 million mark as the mammoth surge of new infections continued to push the overburdened healthcare systems to limits, with reports emerging from across the country of hospitals running out of ICU beds and crucial supplies such as oxygen cylinders. And the latest in the series of grim landmarks for the country comes only 10 days after active cases in the country crossed the 1 million active cases mark on April 10, according to report there were a total of 20,30,725 active cases across the country as of last night, the highest active caseload ever recorded in India since the start of the outbreak in March last year. For the third day running, India's daily case tally remained above the 250,000 mark as 2,56,596 new cases were reported, while a record 1,757 daily deaths were lodged. India's overall caseload now has reached 15.3 million, the second highest after the United States, and 1,54,320 people have lost their lives to the disease. Panchayat Raj Institute's Imphal West unit staged a mammoth sit-in protest in front of the Imphal West DC complex gate against the non-release of MGNREGS funds already released by the centre, second installment released by 15 Finance Commission, honorarium for Panchayat functionaries for the period from October 2019 to March 2021. They have also demanded implementation of National Electronic Fund Management System (NEFMS). Top Nauria Gram Panchayat Pradhan M. Dina Chandra condemned the Manipur government for showing indifferent attitude towards PRIs. He accused the government of misusing Rs 500 crore 69 lakh meant for MGNREGS sanctioned by the centre. He added that the protest was staged to push for their demands. The Imphal West PRI unit reiterated the joint decision of PRIs to impose a 48-hour Manipur-wide general strike beginning this midnight to pressurize the government. Meanwhile, the agitating members of Imphal West PRI garrowed the Imphal West DC office. A scuffle broke out inside the DC office complex between the protesters and police, a report said.
इरम दम से कि पंचायत को चाखर न होना बता अखोई मियाम की दमक थौदांग लरक पसिंग से सिगम मयाम से नमधरक पदगी पेन दबदगी ngasi की पाली सरकार सिदा अखोई न अतमना अखोई की पीएम तक पैसा सिंग अमत वातन पीके दबनी हाय वो खलुन गलना अखोई ngasi सिवना खंगदना अखोई इसा इसा की जो कट सिंगर लना अखोई खुंजंग जंजर पनी
COVID-19 has claimed one life in the past 24 hours, taking the death toll in the state to 377. The deceased was a 61-year-old man from Imphal West. He died at Shija Hospital in Imphal. The latest update from the State Health Department informed that 54 COVID-19 new cases were registered in the same hours, while 12 people were recovered from the infection. An official release from Manipur COVID-19 Command Control Room said the COVID-19 infection tally has reached 29,775, while the active cases stand at 296. The state's recovery rate dipped to 97.73%, the release added. On the other hand, our Thobal correspondent reports that a 29-year-old non-Manipuri infected with COVID-19 died at the district hospital Thobal last night. He was staying in a rented room at Thobal Mela ground. The deceased was a scrap collector. Thobal district hospital officials informed that his result was detected through RAT. Let's take a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Karam Sagagi Pauzel Lakliba Sajibugi Purnima Tangkun Taret Laipak Pokpan Numit Asida Karam Sagagi Ibudho Ibentho Anigi Haikat Lekat Tambanumit Tokle Numit Asida Sagaicha Singna Kuman Pokpa Ibudho Ibentho Anida Haikat Lekat Tambinava Nolok na Pauzel Pijari Kumsi Kumzagi Oinadi COVID Namaram Oirega Ibudho Ibentho Anigi Haikat Lekat Tamak Pangtok Jaragani Pauzen Jariba Karam Satrajit Singh Secretary Karam Sagai Apokpalu TOMTV Amadi Film Forum Manipur na Sinjaba TOMTV Music Video Competition Gidamakta Form Thazin Bagi Lepchakiba Aroiba Numit Adu April gi Taranpan Fauba Sangdok Chare Adom gi Music Video Busu April Taranpan Fauba gi Manungda Thazin Biraknaba Office Matamda TOMTV gi Uripokos Namlekai Dalaiba Office Tagi Form Lobiduna Adom gi Music Video Busu Mensilaba Form Galoinana Thazin Biro Best Music Video da Lising Yankai gi Mana Amadi Best Male Actor, Best Female Actor, Best Director, Amasung Atopa Mana Kaya Thamjariba, Changdamnaba Asi Adom Pukning Thogat Janabagi Pandam Dali. Khangan Jariba, Times of Manipur, TOMTV.
Welcome back. In the run-up to the Kongjom Day, which falls on April 23, a combined team of Thoubal and Kongjom police searched houses at Kongjom Laibung Lekai under Thoubal district this morning. Security has been beefed up at Kongjom area to prevent any untoward incident ahead of the Kongjom Day celebration 2021, police said. Around 60 houses were searched, while 180 men and women were verified in the search operation. No one was detained or arrested. The band Korkom rejected the recent IANS report that the Myanmar army are using Manipuri militant groups for carrying out attacks on Myanmar refugees who were trying to enter Indo-Myanmar border amid the anti-coup protests in Myanmar. Korkom, in an emailed statement to the press yesterday, said it was a fake report. Acting on a tip-off, personnel of Lilong police station, led by its officer in charge, have arrested a Bangladeshi man for impersonating an Indian citizen. A police report said Mohammed Ramjan Ali, aged 35 years, of Piali Murray village, Chapai Nawabaganj, Bangladesh, was arrested last evening. He was staying at Lilong Bazaar area without possessing legal documents since 2017. A case has been registered under Foreigners Act in connection to this. Let's take another short break. Stay tuned.
Hokhiba matam khargi mamangdagi CTH local sourcing Honorable MLA 1 Kundapam AC amadi former Speaker Manipur Legislative Assembly gi section bami engaloina sangwat sagalakhiba Khewa Company Multipurpose Community Hall. Lakliba April gi tang kunmathoi English singani supna kunmathoi sajibu gi mapan nipanba yamjakaisa nimit ke ayuk pung 13 makhai taba matamda COVID-19 gi SOP ngakna sanghong bagi thoram pangthok jargani. CTH local sourcing Honorable MLA 1 Kundapam AC Sri S. Nabasing Local Elder, Sri N. Sanatom Meitei Honorable Member Impali Zilla Parishad, Sri C.H. Inaw Singh Honorable Pradhan Pukhao GP, Sri T.H. Inawsa Singh Honorable Pradhan Wimpok GP, Sri T. Pemjit Singh Ward Development Member Pukhao GP, Amadi H. Inaw B. Singh President Khewa Company Development Committee na asigunlaba Thauramasi Mayagi Tangbalda Chief Guest President Guest of Honor Amadi Special Guest on Election Beginning. Thoidok Hendong Ikai Kumnazaraba Kumnazarabe Kundapam Kendra Manung the Libiriba, Laigurugi Masak Werba, Ahlaman, Ima Indol, Isil Inaw, Ise Isal Marumapang Kwai Kibigna. Asigumbat Thauramasi the Matam Sana Lengbirtuna, Mapung Bahan Biranaba, Nolukna Paujel Jari. Paujen Jariba, Khewa Company Development Committee, Khewa Company Infalis.
Roof Coating Services Manipur. Nongju toiba lam oibana lamdam asida sariba yum singi sat mathakdagi ising yurakpagi khudong chadaba kaya mayoknari. Wabi raganu khudong chadaba sidagi ngakthoknaba miyam gidamak laizare Roof Coating Services Manipur. Services si lobi ningba singna ngasima contact tawbirau Roof Coating Services Manipur, opposite Uripok NRL Pump Uripok, contact number 8787324360. Admission open. Private Sports Academy Guwahati and Anno Football Club Guwahati invite application from interested persons who want to participate in a month-long residential practice cum trial coaching for under 13 and under 18 years of age. The coaching is scheduled to begin under the guidance of a foreign coach from 5th next month. Fooding and lodging facilities are also available. For more information, please visit Place Venue Guwahati, Mirza Tiniali, or contact us at 6026-709-279 or 7005-235638.
Welcome back. Mizoram has registered 91 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours, taking the state's total tally to 4,995. According to the COVID-19 bulletin released by the Directorate of Information and Public Relations, Mizoram, with the new positive cases, the state currently has 437 active cases. Of the new cases confirmed in the last 24 hours, 83 were detected during rapid antigen test (RAT), 7 in RT-PCR test at ZMC, and 1 case was detected in TrueNet test. So far, a total of 4,546 patients who were earlier infected by COVID-19 in Mizoram have been discharged. COVID-19 infection has claimed so far 12 people in Mizoram. In the last 24 hours, a total of 2,038 COVID-19 tests were conducted in Mizoram, a media report said. Arunachal Pradesh has reported 52 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours, taking the state's total tally to 17,052. According to the latest COVID-19 bulletin released by the Directorate of Health Services, Arunachal Pradesh, the new cases were detected out of 1,162 samples tested. Of the new cases, 45 are symptomatic cases and 20 others are asymptomatic. In the last 24 hours, 11 more people who were earlier infected by COVID-19 have recovered from the disease. So far, a total of 16,822 people have recovered from the disease. The recovery rate of Arunachal Pradesh is 98.64%. Arunachal Pradesh currently has 176 active COVID-19 cases. The state's positivity rate stands at 1.03%. A total of 56 COVID-19 positive patients have died of the infection in Arunachal Pradesh so far. The death rate of the state stands at 0.33%, a media report said. At least 920 pigs have died due to the African swine fever (ASF) in less than a month in Mizoram. Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Department's Joint Director Lalmin said 4 districts have been affected by the ASF. As per media reports, apart from the 78 died in the Adanthar neighborhood and 74 in the Armed Vang locality of Aizawl, 159 pigs died in 3 villages of Mamid district, Lungsen in Lunglei district, Zolnom and Mami district, Kaitum and Serchup district have been declared as infected areas to stop further spread of the disease. African swine fever is a highly infectious and deadly viral disease affecting both domestic and feral pigs of all ages. The government has announced that COVID-19 vaccination will be made available for all citizens above the age of 18 years from May 1 onwards. The much-awaited announcement comes when India has been recording a daily surge of over 200,000 cases of the coronavirus disease for the past 5 days. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said during the meeting, India is vaccinating people at world record pace and will continue this with even greater momentum. According to reports, states have been given the authority to take a call to open vaccination to any category of people above the age of 18, a shift from the current policy in which the central government decides on age-specific priority groups for vaccination. The decision came a day after former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh wrote to Modi on Monday, recommending that states be allowed greater flexibility in vaccine administration to define categories of frontline workers for vaccination, even if they were younger than 45 years, the current cut-off age. Let's go through some of the local newspaper headlines. Imphal Free Press, COVID-19 vaccination for all persons above 18 years of age from May 1, says Union Health Ministry. New COVID strain easily spread among middle and young age groups, says Rajo. Government orders suspension of physical classes in all schools, postpones board exams. State Chief Secretary Education Director test COVID-19 positive. Manipur Mail, schools closed down, Class 10-12 examinations postponed. Gatherings banned, curfew period extended. 54 new COVID cases. 4 held Mount Gobru issue. Satya Brata calls for promoting visionary leaders. The People's Chronicle, 2 deaths, 54 new cases reported in state. India records 2.73 lakh new cases, 1,619 deaths. DC enforces COVID-19 protocols at Mao Gate. Class 10-12 exams deferred, physical classes suspended. The Shanghai Express, 1 more death recorded to take tally to 377. 6 flyers among 54 test positive in last 24 hours. Class 10 and 12 board exams postponed, classes suspended. Delhi lockdown imposed till next Monday. Before we wrap up with the bulletin, the headlines once again. Mother-son duo nabbed for drug smuggling in Manipur. India's overall COVID caseload now reaches 15.3 million. Imphal West PRI Garrow's Imphal West DC office in protest. That is the end of the bulletin for the news today at 1 p.m. Stay tuned to Times of Manipur Television News for more updates.